Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? It's the One Thing About Us podcast. I'm Cheesy Mike Alex, shared by my co-host and my best friends ever.
Bitch.
Oh,
I'm the Crimson Avenger because that's all I got.
yeah.
Justin.
The voice of Turk the Terrapin, Eric.
You're gonna keep going on that one, aren't you?
That is going to be my
It's a good
namesake.
voice. I like it. It's a good
It
voice.
is. It is an excellent voice. I
All right. So we just got done with a D&D session. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
That was.
I thought that was hands down the best one I've ever done. I've DM'd.
That was a blast.
Eric threw me some Hail Marys I wasn't prepared for, so I had to go off the script, go off the top of my noggin. I thought I did pretty good with my ad-libbing. With my off the top of my heads, changing some tactics
really
around.
good.
So y'all want to walk us through what happened? Y'all had two encounters with old Strahd. Well, y'all have encountered him before. Well, you've seen him before.
Yeah, I had perceived.
Both y'all
him
have seen him before. You saw him when you're standing outside the inn, and you saw him in the woods in the gallows. Or was that a wolf staring at you?
That
was a wolf.
All right, never mind. So yeah, you've seen him before.
Yeah.
It's canon.
So you've seen, yes, like the one on Belleville
Yes,
Ross's.
I had seen Stroud's face before, and he mine. It was.
And then he knocked on your door. You opened the door, and he was standing there.
Yeah, I tried to bullshit my way out of a lot.
Old Corman tried to shut the door in his face.
Well, you know what? My first thought was, well, he can't come in if he's not allowed in, so
Apparently, he owns it.
shut the shit down. Just go to slam the fucking door, puts his foot in between, and doesn't let me slam it.
Walks right in.
Yeah, he sure does. Did you really think I could not enter? I own this house. I own this land. I own everything, even your miserable souls.
Show us the deed.
Show us the.
That was off the top of my head, so I was pretty impressed with that.
That was solid.
I want the bill of
Script.
sale. Who sold you my soul?
Yeah, so then he was trying to
I was triggered at that.
he was trying to bribe him. He offered him 10,000 platinum apiece.
Nah.
And
He insulted him.
Eldrick, did you deny it? You
Yeah,
denied
I'm
it?
taking
He
it.
because I mentioned
accepted.
your father
Yeah.
because you tried to charm him or something like that, and I was like, with that pitiful excuse, no wonder you got banished from your
That's
hometown, something like
when
that.
I used the phantasm.
And your eyes started twitching.
Yeah, I started doing my eye twitch in real life, and it about broke the DM.
Because I pulled in his backstory.
Yeah. Pulled in the banishment of the.
I tried to pull in Eldrick's backstory, but didn't work because they denied the 10,000 police platinum. So in their
I actually accepted originally.
in their head, well, you accepted the counteroffer, didn't you?
It was
Because he did. There was just a 10,000 flat, and then in each one of y'all's head, Eldrick heard the 10,000 platinum plus the information on who killed his family and the chance for revenge, and then you heard he would undo the law of music, outlaw of music, and undo the banishment. You can go back home.
right.
And you
Yeah, I
got,
didn't take it. I said I know who killed my family.
and then I said, then why are they still breathing?
And I shut that shit down. Because I would have went
Yeah,
deep.
no, I told him that
Shut
I
that shit.
accept his offer.
He got me. He played me.
I'm gonna go up and get the person that because he came in to kidnap this woman that we were trying to protect.
Well, you say kidnap.
Is-
He was
is-
bartering with y'all.
Azalea, Isadore.
Arena.
Irina. But so I go upstairs and I took out my lute and I played some cover music. That way they wouldn't be able to hear our voices. And I told them to escape. They managed to make it out the window.
They did. He played me. I was like, oh, this is easier than I thought it was going to be. He just accepted. I'm like, perfect. But then I started hearing the lute playing. I'm like, why is he playing the lute?
Yeah,
That's what gave you away.
covering the footsteps of the voices.
If you-
I was rocking out.
Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Because if you wouldn't have played the lute, I wasn't going to do anything. Because the way I was thinking is, I'm like, why? If he's going up there just to get her, why is he playing the lute? Because I wasn't going to listen in on your conversation or anything. Because I was going to start talking to him and just insulting him and
What
stuff
were
like
we
that.
going to talk
I
about?
was going to try to fight you. To be honest with you.
Well,
It wouldn't be hard to instigate a fight with you.
me, no. I would have been like, nah, bitch. I'm
No,
over here.
I don't know.
But what happened when
I
you
don't wanna-
when they ran out the window and they turned around?
They got part way away.
What was in the house with you?
Yeah, but you and your Misty Step bullshit.
It was Misty Step.
Misty Step bullshit. Misty Step.
Yeah, so Eric let him go out the window, and then Eric turned around. Who was standing behind you?
Stroud was looking me in the face again.
Strahd.
And
Strahd.
what did he foolish to something like that? I can't remember.
I was
Foolish mortals.
foolish. Bull.
Fly, you fools. Yeah, so, and then Eric was like, Corman was like, Eldrick, I told you to watch him.
I know, I'm looking right at you.
But Eldrick was looking right at him. So there was two.
I went to swipe at him though, and he was.
No, you went to poke him in the nose, basically.
Because at first he tried to look into him, but he just, for all he could tell, he was the real Strahd standing there just staring at him. And he went to go swipe. Stop trying to fart.
I'm not trying to fart. I'm thinking of the master of the mystic arts.
No, you're not. And then he tried to fight him. It went through him. He started running up the stairs. Strahd was like, I'm gone, bitch. And
I
what
was trying
happened?
to tackle that motherfucker too. Misty Step.
And what did he do?
He killed Bismarck.
He didn't
Didn't
kill
kill
Ismark.
Ismark.
You don't remember anybody's name.
He didn't kill him.
Corman.
He could have.
He just swiped him.
Managed to
He
save
yeeted him.
We saved the boy, we lost the girl.
He did.
did.
He did what the Conjuring universe likes to do. Yeeted.
He caught him. He teleported to him. And he
impaled the man on
he grabbed
a fence.
he grabbed Ismark, launched Ismark, flew him into a fence. He got impaled like he was nothing, and he just grabbed Irina and then gone. In the dead of the night.
Yep.
That's nuts, man.
We managed to pry him off of the fence and heal him partway.
It took you a few tries.
We did. We got a cameo in this episode.
Yeah. Elderos, Ambers, and Turk.
There.
I'm back again, bitches.
Yeah, but he didn't do the voice though.
No, because he wasn't allowed to talk for a little while.
No.
I can't do it.
No, he can't do
I wish he could though. Like, just try it.
I'm not doing
It's a
voices.
very
I'm done doing
specific-
voices.
specific
Not for
platform.
Shroud. You're doing like Tatiana.
Tatiana's dead.
Yeah.
She died
used it to my
hundreds
advantage.
of years ago. Their combat this game was pretty good. We had a cameo from Elros. Eldrick got fucked. But he got something really good out of it. Both things, actually.
Yeah.
Ecstasy and a shield.
I did it.
You
I
had a
did it
delightful
for the.
time.
I did it for the comedy.
Did it?
You didn't want to.
No, he fought it at every turn.
kept saying.
And he got out strength.
Fuck it, Matt. I don't want to. This is
Who's
just
Matt?
crazy. This is just nuts, man.
Yeah, he got manhandled, and he's like a 7-foot guy. He's not used to being manhandled.
Fucker hopped on me like a goddamn chicken nugget.
Like a chicken nugget.
Burr, I'm gonna perp you.
But yeah, they saved Elros. Saved him. You know, I had to find a way to bring Elros. Elros is near and dear to my heart.
What about Vidic?
Vidic made an appearance.
Oh, come on. That really wasn't me. Was that really Vidic?
Who knows? Maybe time will tell.
Why would that be? We just did a campaign where we basically turned out to be like brothers.
Yeah, but you know, he's all about saving people and monster hunting, and maybe Vidic went crazy with the werewolf form, and he had no choice.
Is that my head or not?
I don't know. It could be.
We haven't delved into
I don't think that should
storyline
be.
yet.
Yeah, that storyline. We'll get to it. Maybe not.
For all Turk knows, Vidic went back to the Iron Islands.
Why do you think Elros started crying when Turk started talking about it?
He's fine. He's back with his
This
family.
is gonna upset me. My family's dead.
Why? What is he with you in tragic backstories?
It is what it is.
Can't you just like have like? Oh,
I told you my family was dead.
we
I
have to
got
guess.
ousted.
And then
I was a loner.
Elros saved him. Elros might be coming back in the story. He might not. Depends on what they want to
Well, we
do.
have to go back and get Bismarck.
Ismark.
Ismark.
Your employee is not in our campaign.
Thinking of the ship. USS Bismarck.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, they got a shield. They traveled down a dark and lonely road. They met some Vistani. They had some conversations with Madame Eva. They learned about a wizard who tried to take on Stroud and it didn't go well.
No.
They learned that
Died.
anyone who goes to the castle without an invitation never comes back. Do they die? Do they get turned? We don't know. They just don't come back.
I bet he has a basement of horrors.
I bet he is a dirty bitch.
Dungeon.
They fought a Phantom Warrior.
Sled Dragons.
They did good. They killed it. Pretty much no issue there. They fought 3 zombies.
Got him.
No issues there. They killed all them.
You clapped his ass.
I did.
But then, who else? Who came back?
Strahd.
Strahd. He came back. That should be his theme song.
Strahd.
If anybody knows a 4-person tenor group, you can be the official song of Strahd.
Strahd.
And what happened with Strahd, y'all?
He kept slapping us.
Yep, he was toying with you. He kept one hand behind his back the whole time.
To be honest, though, me and Cornwall were toying with him too. We were just
right.
I was throwing anything and every idea I had at him.
He was bobbing and weaving,
yeah,
barely
but then
moving.
Tell him what you did. Tell him what you.
He was bobbing and weaving, barely. He was smacking the shit out of Corman, smacking the shit out of Eldrick.
No one's shit.
Eldrick tried to attack him. He got flipped upside down on his ass, on his back. Tried to attack him again. Got his weapon yanked from him, yeeted, tossed.
Then I picked it up.
Corman.
And I picked it up.
Corman, he tried. He got him. He tried
What do
him.
you mean, actually?
He mentioned him.
I got you a few times.
Yeah, but they didn't do nothing. They did.
But they're not.
You pierced him. Nope.
Yeah, I
you
stabbed him through
you
the
went
neck.
halfway through his neck and then nothing.
Just healed back.
He just yanked your thing from his neck and his. But then Corman decided to mention a long lost love,
I did.
and that fucked him up a little. That fucked Strahd up a little bit.
Couldn't win the physical game, so I had to try to play the mental one.
Strahd.
Strong.
1 second Strahd was 10 feet away from him. Next thing you know, Strahd's in his face, holding him up in the air.
Yep.
Swear to God, every time I say his name, we got to do it.
It is. It's like that.
And
We
he
need a
was-
sound button.
He was, and you were doing pretty
I
well.
was trying to. Like I said, we could not kill him.
Eldrick decided to attack him,
Yeah.
and Corman got yeeted.
I hit a tree like a rag doll. I had to lay there. All my joints dislocated.
And he turned around and punched the shit out of Vidic. Eldrick.
Huh? Wrong campaign.
Vidic's dead, I'm
Cousin.
sorry. I was fucking with you. Punched the shit out of
He's
Eldrick.
not dead, he's fine.
And then at that point, with the mention of his long lost love, and then
The lovely
Eldrick.
Tatiana.
Eldrick attacking him while he was engrossed, he got tired of the games. He pulled a sword out and plunged his sword deep inside of Eldrick.
And it was pure ecstasy.
Was the second time he was pierced this campaign.
Jesus. So was sweet Jesus.
And he was Eldrick was probably going to die.
I wasn't near.
You had 9 points left.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I can see it.
I was at 17.
No, you had 9. After he pierced you and you took that 12 points of damage,
I don't remember being that low. But you're the captain of the ship, I guess.
Is that what your brother would have wanted?
and then yeah, you fucked him up with that shit.
Play the mental game, man.
Mentioning his brother that he killed. He saw pain and sorrow in Strahd's eyes.
Strahd.
Strong.
So, well done.
I'm gonna be doing that sound in my head every time I think of this campaign. Now.
It's either that or I'm carrying my love with you.
It's not even the right words.
What is the right words?
I'm carrying your love with me.
Oh, whatever.
I'm
man.
carrying your love with me.
From Tennessee
West
to
Virginia
Texas
down to
Sea.
Tennessee. I'll be there with the good Lord
It
speed.
hurts.
Carrying
Pain.
your love with me.
Without love,
Pain.
It's time, pain.
can't get enough.
Holding on.
Bursting dirty
Well,
curly.
this is just an awkward karaoke session.
When that I had to be.
Bursting eye, full taste of medical hold
It was,
16.
So yeah, it wasn't 9, 16.
But one more hit, you probably would have been.
Six.
Well,
Well,
he's clapping 12s on you at that point, so
he's not. He's clapping. He's clapping L's. Is what he's doing.
Because, yeah, he got tired of toying. He was mentioning the loves and
Stab
attacking
you.
them from behind.
Why am
Yeah.
I getting stabbed? Stab Corbin.
Didn't make him happy.
Someone mentioning
because I
love.
was the one talking.
Stop your talking and start stabbing.
Corman definitely would have been dead. Like if you wouldn't have thrown out the brother and he did, because at that mode he was like, I'm killing.
Yeah.
What was your hit points at?
At one point, I was down to 8.
Wee.
I just looked at you at like 21. I think 21 or 22 just now.
Now I think I'm only like 22. But at that point, I was at like 8, and then I pulled off that heal.
Yeah, 21 points a on this fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, full health again, bitch. Yes. It was fun today.
Yeah, because he had switched over to where, like, before he was just toying with y'all, not even whatever. He insulted y'all
Yeah, bitch.
before, telling them that Corman couldn't save his father, Eldrick couldn't save his
What are you
family.
talking about?
Straw was telling us.
Strahd.
And he was talking about that. Talking about y'all couldn't save your own family. What makes y'all think you'll have any hope to take him on?
Couldn't tell you, man. We just we hope in a prayer.
And then,
That's exactly it.
and then he was like, then what are we waiting for? Let's begin.
Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies.
And then
Dies.
Corman attacked him, stabbed him.
You did go right for this.
I did. I was just like, fuck it. Here we go. Straight to the heart. So I plunged it into his gut.
I assume he's not like regular vampires. He's the one you got to do like something special. Like an attack to the heart won't kill him. He's got to do it. They had the one movie I can't remember what it was, Dracula 2000, where you found out he was Judas, the one that betrayed Jesus, and so now you had to like hang him or something to kill him.
Spoiler!
It was fucking weird.
Yeah, I was like, let's go looking up this movie.
Gerard Butler as Dracula.
Gerard Butler is Dracula.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this session.
That was.
I finally brought in the big bad. I've been wanting to bring him in for a while. So I brought him in twice. So I had 2 encounters with him.
Yeah, the fucker.
The big bad, the big villain, the big baddie.
The big kahuna.
The slutty second.
I say, yeah, but the house, it could have.
Sloppy seconds.
I had 3 ways that when he came with the
You had
house.
3
And,
ways in the house?
yep. So I had 3 scenarios in my head. And you just. All 3 of them were null and void, though, what you did. Because y'all could have gotten into a big ass fight in the house. And Ismark and Irina would have came and helped.
Yeah, I feel like that would not have worked out for anybody.
4 against 1?
Yeah, we're level 5 going up against the big boss.
Yeah, but they're not level 5s.
What, are they level 4s?
No, they're higher than y'all.
Well, then they can make that adjustment themselves. Yeah, go on. That is above my
Attack.
pay grade at level 5. They should be saving me. Corbin, get out of here. Okay.
Well, Irina,
Yeah.
she is not in good shape.
Oh,
She's very pale.
well.
She's not.
Very pale.
She's not.
He rolled for pale.
I rolled like 15
I have a
times.
proficiency.
She's
in pale.
gonna be pale.
He rolled 3 times just to break a bar.
Okay, man. Let's not throw our business out there like that. I rolled about 5 natural ones.
He
I
was
was-
like sucking the life out of you today because you had all 20s and you had all 1s.
I was rolling that 20s like a motherfucker.
I
Yeah.
changed it the last roll. I changed the dice, and I got a 17.
Yeah, because he was using his vampire siphon. Instead of siphoning life, I was siphoning rolls.
I was using my bloody dice. They were rocking for me. I was doing pretty good with my life.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Well, I mean, the one you tried, she's not here.
I tried to just bold-face fucking lie that one. Like, she could be looking out the window at you. Like, no, nothing. Nobody else here, just
Who's
me.
that I'm
And
looking at then?
he even knew that Corman was lying to him. Corman, by God, was
because you're-
sticking to his words though. He was still
Yeah.
like, no. He's like, I know she's here. Nope, no one.
Because what was it? Your intuition's like a plus 12 or something? You're like,
My
"Ah,
deception,
no."
I got a plus 11.
Not you. I'm saying his, but he's like, you won't even beat me with it. What was it?
His natural Strahd's.
Strahd.
Strong.
Strahd.
His natural, his passive perception is a 20.
That's bullshit.
That's
That's the title.
Strahd.
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 Yeah, and then he's just got modifiers, like a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a plus 12, plus 50.
But I didn't nerf anything
It
for y'all
needs
this
to be
session.
modifiers,
So y'all,
motherfucker. That's
so y'all,
the name.
so y'all still did good
Thank-
though.
Yeah,
Y'all still did good though.
it was.
Cause
At
y'all
this
want to
point,
talk.
I was
Y'all
like,
want to
if I
talk.
die,
Y'all
I
want to
die.
talk shit about me nerfing. So I ain't saying nothing no more. If I nerf, I nerf. If I don't, I don't.
Because no, it's not the point. See,
And if you die, you die.
everyone's gonna sit here thinking we're just making fun of him. He just has to mention it after every fight.
I didn't this time.
You
though.
know, I fucked y'all
You
up,
did
but I
good
nerfed
this
it.
time. It's like I could have.
I could have killed you. I could have murdered you. I could have butchered you.
Cause I was planning on it when y'all, like I said, when you switched, when he switched over, and was in like, I'm done with these fuckers. Like if y'all had died there, y'all just gonna be dead. If you would have threw that Hail Mary at me,
I feel like I did make a good move on that.
So-
It was a save.
so you're the only reason why y'all are still breathing. Yeah, cause y'all
I'm with it.
weren't doing anything.
No.
He was eating. Anytime y'all hit him, he just ate that shit. Oh, we had another development. Eldrick found out that he killed his family.
I didn't though.
He did. As far as he
didn't
knew.
kill- I didn't kill my family.
As far as he knew, he did.
He mentally molested me.
I fucked him up. I fucked him up a little bit there.
He bamboozled me indeed.
But
Bippity,
since he's done it once, there's like a thing now where it's easier to do.
Bippity bobbity boo.
Man, but I know in my heart that I didn't do it.
Well, I might not do. I might not just do that. Since he's in there already, he can do whatever now.
He ain't in there.
He did
No,
though.
he's not. He's not in there.
Yeah.
He's just
I'm-
in there
I'm-
with a stick, just poking
Eldrick
away.
was out. Eldrick saw as clear as day him murdering his wife, his kids, strangled his kids so much his eyeballs popped out.
I know you went to
He-
the
he
the
cut-
highest degree.
Dark.
He cut his unborn baby out of his wife. Like he saw all that. So he was out of the count for a while. But then
He fucked you up.
instead of just letting him dwell on that, I decided to go ahead. I'm like, let's have some fun. So that's when he backhanded the shit out of him.
Because I know in my heart it's not true.
And he decided to fight. He got disarmed though, like it was nothing. Had his axe tossed to the side. He got flipped, laid on his back.
Yeah, laid the fuck out.
I started when he did that. I started having him put his foot on your throat and hold you there. Like,
I'll spit right at you.
sword.
If you were
To
to
the
go
dome.
into this world of D&D, and you had to actually pick one class, one skin, like one tiefling, whatever your class.
I'm
may be,
surprised you're not
race.
raging more often though, because the buffs you get from that super useful.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Because like all like piercing, bludgeoning, it's you take half all that.
I know.
So I'm surprised you ain't using it. Because you can do it 3 times a day.
I know.
But you're like, I don't want to waste it. Like,
No, I don't want to waste it.
you got 3 a day.
Yeah, but
Use it.
who knows if I'm going to need those 3? Who knows if this is going to be one of those knockdown sessions of just...
Or technically it's not
Pure
3 a day,
chaos.
it's a long rest. So if you use all of them, just find a way to take a long rest.
Hey, we'll take a nap right here.
But if you were to drop in, which would you actually want to be?
Elf all day. I'm going elf all
I was
day.
gonna say you're up on that kind of.
I guess elf because they live forever.
Yeah, but then like what class would you go?
I
through?
play
Like,
off
what would you
of.
wanna be?
See, I go more of the Lord of the Rings route because like the D&D route, elves they only live to be like 750 years old. Below, I'm like I go with
As
the
if
Lord
that's not enough.
I go with the Lord of the Rings route where
As
they
if
live
700 years
where they
isn't
live
at all.
forever, unless they're killed.
Right.
2,900 years. 7,000 years. At some point, you're just like, God damn, man.
Well, like he said, like I can't remember his name. Let's look at his father's name. Thorod, something I can't remember.
Galadriel.
Something, yeah.
Galadriel.
Where like he said, like where he put the dwarf company, Thorin and stuff like that, in the cage. Somehow, and I'll get it. He said 100 years is nothing but a blink of an eye in the lifespan of an elf. Thorador.
He ain't no joke himself.
No, he's not.
He's a stone cold killer.
He's the king. It's like that scene where he cuts the orc's head off. Legolas is like,
I want to say that was in. Was that a deleted scene or was that in?
Legolas was like,
I remember it.
I think that was actually in it.
Legolas, there was more he could have told us.
Not me.
There was no more he could have told me. And that's just cold.
Right.
Come
It's
on,
like
you-
I already know.
Why would you do that? You promised to set him free. And I did. I freed his head from his body. I freed him from this wretched world. Something like that. He's
Yeah.
like, I did. I set him free. I'm like, that's cold. There's more we could have learned. There's more he could have told us. There's nothing more he could have told me.
As Will Turner and the Wasp just watched.
I mean, that's some cold ass shit.
It really is.
Because Orlando Bloom's Will Turner.
Yeah, but next season, next session, y'all, probably make it to the town
Of Velacity.
A Balaki.
Of Milwaukee.
and
a
go from there.
Milwaukee.
So the thing I wanted to talk about, though, is
The Brew Crew.
I wanted to get your opinion or whatever.
On
Wreck your
craft
brain.
beers.
No, I hate beer.
Pilsner.
So in the books and stuff like that, it never mentions how old Legolas is. The movie came out with an official guide where the movie says he's so old, but the books never actually. So I'm like, how old do you actually think he is? Because I always said he was born around the time Arwen was born. Arwen.
Arwen.
Because she was about 2,900 years old.
I thought you said he was 2,900.
Well, as far as I'm saying, I assume he's around her age. The official movie, like they put out a thing where he's like 2,981 or something
I know
like
that
that.
he was supposed to be even like young for an elf at
Yeah,
the
because they consider him.
they consider him almost like
He's
more
he's like a
princely than he is,
teenager,
yeah,
which a lot of people do forget. He is a prince.
yeah, he is a prince, but they kind of still look at him with his opinions of how the world works as if
Like
he
Gimli.
was- yeah,
Like the first time, like in the Hobbit, he wasn't old enough to go in. He was like 50, but they're still like, "You're a child.
yeah,
Like, be
he's
gone."
still a kid.
How old was Gimli?
I think. Shit, how old was he in the movies?
Or was he 30? Or was he in his 30s in the Hobbit?
Gimli?
Yeah.
In The Hobbit, I think he was still literally like baby mode.
I don't
Baby
think. I
Gimli.
think he was older than that.
Well, I know in the.
Who was this wretched man? That's my boy.
What is this creature? That's my son, Gimli. What is this hideous bearded creature? That's my wife.
Oh, damn. He was 79 years old.
In The Hobbit?
Mm-hmm.
So then he's got to be.
In Lord of the Rings, he was 139.
And he was still considered.
He was born in year 2,879 of the Third Age, when the Fellowship set out to Rivendell, making him 52 years older than Aragorn. So even at 79, they're still like, "You're a child. Leave me alone. Be gone." Because I was telling him,
I'm at the twilight of my life.
even though he doesn't look like it, Oakenshield was the oldest of the company
Yeah, by like, oh wow.
because he was 195. But the
There's
old,
him
and then Balin looked the
oh
oldest,
yeah, Balin.
Yes.
but he was only like 170.
Wait, Balin was the
Balin was the white-haired guy, the old
the
one.
one that was like, oh,
Yeah, he was only like 170 something.
Yeah, because he. Let me see.
talking about this one?
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Why?
Because
He's
I
like-
figured he'd be the elder.
A lot, yeah. He's only like 170 something.
Yeah. They were all there.
And Thorian Oakenshield was like 195, I think.
I don't think he was that much younger.
And how
than
old
Thorin,
was
though.
Azog the Defiler?
I couldn't tell you.
About the same age.
Well, he was.
Azog?
Yeah.
I would imagine him to be probably about the same age as Thorin. Probably younger.
So Azog the Defiler. Was he the one that cut off?
The King's Head? Yeah. And got his arm cut off by Thorin.
It just says unknown,
He's a.
so no one knows when he died.
He's a badass looking dude, though.
And Bolg, whatever his name was,
Bolg.
he was the son of Azog.
No, killing King Nain.
Someone said, "Is Alzog an elf?" No.
He's a white orc.
From the halls of Barad-dûr.
He is my favorite, though. My favorite villains, because he's just a badass looking dude. Plus that sword he has on his arm.
Yeah.
Just
That shit
cool.
was brutal.
I like just how you get a glimpse of how strong dwarves are. But one, it flabbergasts me how you good. It flabbergasts me like how nimble these, like They're these big. I mean, they're short, but they're all big and shit like that. Of how nimble they can move.
Yes.
Oh, they're just like these. They're just boom, 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 boom,
They're like-
boom.
The fat one's like rolling around in a barrel,
Yeah.
like getting that.
Yeah, he's like, he gets tossed up on land. You see his feet kick out to him. He's like,
It's crazy.
and he starts spinning around.
It's crazy the lore that they make for those things. Like how deep not J.K. Rowling.
Don't
J.R. Tolkien. How deep.
Yeah, he's got
went- even
tons of essays out. There's his son found like it's like an unpublished like records where it's like more. It's just there's so much.
Yeah. So it's like, my God, man. Like it's like anything world building. I love it. Like George Martin, how he did with Game of Thrones, or even J.K. Rowling with Harry
Of Ice
Potter.
and Fire is like one of the longest on Audible.
Yeah.
It's like 52 hours.
But it's and he's not even done yet. He still has 2 books he has to release, and the show.
Which I know he did a panel with Stephen King. And he asked Stephen King how could Stephen King put out books so fast and so often. And Stephen King threw shade at him. Stephen King said, "Oh, I actually write."
Well, I actually now I'm going to. I'm making a promise to myself that I'm finally going to finish it this year.
But that's just
Isn't
yeah.
that the thing you said before, where you were going to finish that book?
He started in 2017,
Yes, when the first movie came out.
but it's just
You
crazy.
can do it. I believe in you.
I'll try. I'm not even halfway through.
I heard that because my wife read through the book. I forget exactly what she said about it, but it's a lot easier to track the back and forth, like of kids to adult.
Yeah, it's weird because they changed it a little bit. Like the movie, the kids were in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
and then they came back in the 2000s to fight. The 27 years, but in the books it's the 1950s.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm having a hard time shifting because I'm still thinking about the 80s with these kids, but it's actually in the 50s.
And yeah.
But that's a whole world building on its own because it was born in the Macroverse and his enemy's a giant turtle named Matarin or something.
Elrod is 7,000 years old almost.
Elrod?
Who's Elrod?
Elrond.
Elrond, I said it wrong.
Elrond?
Yeah,
Oh, I was like,
And he's one of the most powerful elves, but he's not even a full-fledged elf.
Elrod is from the Lord of the Rings porn series.
Yes,
We must take the ring.
he's
to
not even
Mordor.
and he's not even a full. He's a half elf.
Elrond?
Yeah,
So the ring of power would be a cock ring.
No, he's not, is he?
yeah, he's a half elf. He's not a real. Him and his brother. They were half elves, and they got to choose which side they wanted. And he went the elf, and the brother went
No
the
one
human.
reacted to the thing, so I'm just gonna laugh myself.
Because that's where what is the Aragorn?
The Dunedain?
Yeah, that's where that comes from. Is he still had the extended life and stuff like that because he was still a half elf, but he chose to go the humane route, the human route.
We're gonna have to change this into a Lord of the Rings podcast.
So that's
we've
where
talked
that-
about Lord of the Rings a lot.
So that's where all that extended life come from was from that because he's a descendant of
Because I know he was trained by Elrond.
because
Like him and
his-
like Elrond's
the
two
great
sons or
father,
something.
the great grandfather, whatever, kept sending all his kids to live in Rivendell with
Are his sons not still alive?
his name's drawing a blank because I was saying it wrong.
Elrond?
Elrond. Sent to him to live with him. And it's like Aragorn, like he wasn't a flat out magic user. He did do things with magic, like he wielded magical items. And like that all stone, whatever it's called, I can't remember.
Infinity Stone.
Where he first
Infinity Stone.
where he first showed Saruman his face. Like that's a magic type thing. It's crazy. I'm rereading Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. We're listening to it, so it's like now I'm in.
Yeah, I know. I saw you had it on the.
Now I'm like more engulfed in. I'm like, it's really crazy. Because Legolas is like the only one that he didn't take any damage.
He never was wounded, was he? Not even a little bit.
And Gimli did win their thing though. He
That-
killed more people,
Yeah, killed the elephant. That only counts as one.
or he kills a guy 33, 32. He's like 32, 33, and he shoots him. 33. He was already dead. He was twitching. It's because he's got my axe in his nervous system.
My axe is the central nervous system.
It's crazy.
It really is. You know what they need to do? I can't wait for anything like Elder Scrolls 6 to come out.
20 years later,
Yeah.
10 years later. I remember
keep
Skyrim
hearing
came out,
things.
what, 2010?
All right.
Oh my god, it was that long ago. It's probably the most played game I've ever had.
They said you could play that game for you and your grandkids could play it, never beat it. How much content was in it?
I think I had like 500 hours in one character. And then I had another sporadic group of like 3 or 4 characters with at least 200 hours apiece into it. I was crack addicted. It was bad for a while.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, my most played game is
What's that?
Grand Theft Auto,
Eh.
probably. Because Grand Theft Auto Online, I spent a lot of time in Grand Theft Auto Online. Because they came out with a new update, that's past Thursday, where now you can, like all the stuff before you had to be in a public session to do, now you can do it invite only. There's businesses there now. You used to be able to only access, like you could only source and do sell missions, like sell all your product in public sessions.
Right, that way somebody could come.
Yeah,
take
but
it.
now you can do it in invite only, because invite only is the only way I like to play. Because I don't like to play regular online because there's just too many griefers now. They just kill you for no reason. That shit gets on my fucking nerves.
Yeah, it gets over real
We
quick.
had that for Red Dead too.
But the thing is with
The
that,
Red Dead you can't do an invite only though.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened.
You
Someone
had
kept trying to
griefers.
kill us. Man had a submarine
But there was-
in GTA 5.
I still
Man had
do.
Man had a submarine
I still do.
with one man. None of them are working.
Oh no, I have 2 submarines.
Why do you have?
I have one that's like a little personal submarine where it's like you can just go about and do it, and then I have another full-fledged like submarine with
military.
attack capabilities.
Yes.
It's got bunk beds. It's got a kitchen. Like it's a full-fledged. Like it's huge. I got a helicopter inside of it.
Got a helicopter
Yeah, 'cause
inside the submarine.
The submarine surfaces, and then there's a little chute that opens. A little helicopter. It's a little small ass helicopter.
Yacht.
It sounds like a pigeon when it takes off.
Yeah.
It's better than fadoo, 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 fadoo.
I got a big ass yacht.
A yacht.
Like my Grand Theft Online character is what I wish I was.
Tatum
You know,
Global.
they stopped making like content for Red Dead just to focus on that GTA.
Yeah, they've came out with it like this last thing. They came out and they acknowledged it.
Yeah, they're like,
How
we're done.
they took away resources for Red Dead Online. What's they're supposed to do with GTA story
Like,
DLC? Never did.
no.
Because GTA Online is making so much fucking money. But yeah, they said they took sources away from making Red Dead updates, but they said they took those away to focus on GTA 6.
Yeah. It's just the same game over and over again. Though.
But I got my online character. I got yachts, houses. I got like over 40 cars. People that work for me. I have underground bunkers.
This is what you're gonna do whenever you actually get money.
Without the criminality.
Ah, wink, wink.
Because he has a coke den and a.
Oh, that's just your office.
Yep.
That way you don't chase me out
I
of
do.
the building.
I have a
right?
Coke lockup where like you walk in there, like they're men and women like wearing brawl, like they're in their undergarments, so they can't steal anything.
Steal nothing.
And they're like guards that walk around. They fucking make my cocaine. I got a weed farm. I got a document forgery.
Speak a little clearly into the microphone so that the FBI
Document
can hear us.
forgery.
Gun business.
I got money laundering. I make guns and ammos and underground bunkers. I have
So
a
you're
meth.
a prepper?
I have a meth lab.
Yeah.
Prepper?
Yeah. A meth lab. I've got.
Kingpin of Liberty City.
I got a nightclub where you can go in there and dance. But underneath the nightclub, there's
More Coke?
coke, weed, art paintings, just everything I steal and sell.
There you go.
I got an
The
arcade.
auction.
I got an arcade.
Oh, don't forget the arcade. You have Pac-Man.
Come on now.
No arcade is complete without
I got
Pac-Man.
I got arcade. I got where there's a secret door thing in my office that pops open where it goes into a huge underground layer where I plan heists. I got penthouses.
This is the life.
I do.
Now imagine all of that and deep dive VR.
I've got a
Oh, you never
Right.
leave the house.
I've got a
Just hear him running around on his living room
Pitter
floor.
patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
Ah, take this, you whore.
I got addicted to blackjack.
Oh, I did not think that's what you were going to say.
Yep. So when one of my penthouses, I have a blackjack table in there. So someone just stands there at the blackjack table, just never leaves, just stands there.
In your house for an 8-hour shift a day.
Yep.
Just standing there.
24 hours, and he doesn't leave. Never.
Oh, no. Piece of
I got a barber
What if
that
they
just
have to
hangs
go to
out.
the bathroom?
I got a barber that just hangs out in the bathroom.
Can't go.
He,
You
he
piss
just
yourself.
anytime I want a haircut, he's just there. I got a full-fledged bar. She just stands there on my yacht. There's a woman on my yacht. She's a bar. She just stands there.
Just stands there.
My
I don't
captain,
know what I'm paying her for half the time, but
my captain for my yacht will call me. Like, hey, it's your captain speaking. I'm like, hang up. Leave me alone.
fuck you.
You want to go dog track? You want to go to the dog track?
All right, so let's get. So we actually got a topic today.
That would be,
Um,
now that we're an hour and a half into the episode.
we're not an hour and a half into the episode. We are only 40 minutes.
What was that?
What?
What?
Something fell.
Nothing.
Phil.
Don't know. My jaw to the floor when I
So
saw
we're gonna
you.
look at the conspiracy that they wanted us to look at.
A conspiracy. Oh
What
my.
just happened?
Government came and took my babies.
What just happened?
Government's coming and taking our babies.
That's what you said. That's not what I said. 13 of the best conspiracy theories. The 9/11 attacks. So what do we think about that?
Honest opinion, government did it.
Yeah, I think it's an inside job.
Yeah, I think it's an inside job.
Here's my thing. I
Alex,
don't.
thoughts?
Do you think the planes actually hit it?
No, I
Because
think they-
in some of the videos it looks fake.
I think the planes hit, but I think that they timed demolition charges because you see windows like 6 floors down.
Yeah, and like the way
just
it
exploding
collapses, it's like
Yeah,
it collapses
was
down.
controlled.
And it was the second time. Like there was an attack attempted on it beforehand, a van in the parking garage.
Yeah, trying to hit it at the base and they did nothing. But yet a plane hits it up at the top.
But
and
my thing
the
is-
bottom falls out
How was it? 2 people, 3 people on the plane or whatever. They're going to hijack it.
with razor knives.
Like I'm like,
little plastic
so
ones.
everyone just sat there. Everyone on that plane could have overtook someone with a razor blade. There might have been some casualties.
I think that
They made a movie about
they-
that. One of them did.
They're the one that went down in PA.
So there's 4 of them.
I think that they were overtaken by people with a little bit heavier weaponry than
Oh, see,
because that kind of group of people is not just going to stand there and take that. But I think because they had a little bit heavier, because they have to have the casualties to make it believable. So
so you think they had more than razor blades?
I think so.
You
Yeah,
think they had some pew pew sticks?
the pew pew sticks.
Get down, motherfucker.
Yep.
Or as Alex would say, motherfucker.
Because I mean, once they get into the cockpit, then they could just lock the door behind them and everybody's fucked.
All right. Do we believe we landed on the moon? I don't. I personally.
Do you think?
I think we might have
I
landed.
did.
I think we
I did.
might have landed on the moon, but I think the video of it is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But also, my thing is, it was like a year or two into. It was either a year or two before we landed on the moon. Every rocket we tried to send up just exploded. So I'm like, within a year or 2 years,
we were basically the North Korea.
I'm like, within a year or 2 years, we were able to make it to the moon. So we went from every rocket blowing up to we're on the moon. I'm like, there's like a disconnect
And
there.
I'm pretty sure that is the context for one of the Call of Duty games. Now, it might have been Medal of Honor. Because you had to, like, save a scientist and bring him back to the U.S. that made rockets.
Yeah, it's like the
That sounds like a
the way
Call
they
of Duty.
move.
Yeah.
The way they move doesn't make sense in that video. Like one gets hoisted, like it looks like you just get yanked up by a cord. The shadows don't add up.
And why haven't we
If there's no gravity in space, why was the flag able to start flapping? Like I
Well,
just don't understand.
that part, it's inside of the
They say
gravitational pull still, so
That's
I
true.
guess I could see that not being
The
like that.
footprints.
I'm telling you, YouTube.
Don't you see him? You
What?
see your
I'd
mic
be good at
pop
this.
down or something like that.
Good
This
at what?
conspiracy theory stuff. I'll tell you.
But, like, the overall thought, though, is why haven't we done anything else with it? We did it once. Why haven't we done anything more?
Who knows? Got to colonize on the moon.
I think that there's something already.
Colonize Mars. Total Recall style.
I think that there's something already on the moon.
The John F. Kennedy assassination.
Oh, that's fucky. That's something
That
fucky
one-
about that.
Well, let's be real. There was more than one shooter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because like just the way his head moved, you could tell he got hit from two different angles.
Went, like down, and then the other one went back.
Because his first shot got him in the throat. So he was like,
Back
ugh.
and to the left. Back
Because if you see it, he leans this. He like leans forward,
And
and
then
then
the
he gets
other
hits
one,
again,
like-
and you see him. He gets
Yeah.
yanked sideways. So I'm like, the trajectory of the bullets were different. And you found and they found like a bullet by a fence.
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald was definitely a patsy.
We saw that he was in like Cuba and shit like that beforehand.
Yeah, it was like the perfect person to take the fall.
And then they got that one guy, Jack Ruby, who's already dying.
So, but people
To-
think, but who do we
kill
think it
him.
was? Was it
CIA.
was it the
Wasn't it
mafia?
Lyndon Johnson or something was the next one in line.
Was it the mafia that did it?
No.
Was it the CIA that did it? Some people think Lyndon B. Johnson had a hand in
I
it.
think CIA.
Because there were some things he was trying to do, like Executive Order 11111, where he was going to let the federal government start being able to have control over their Federal Reserve and print their own money. Because we don't own the Federal Reserve. That's like a British corporate, like it's a British thing, something like that. It's like one of them big powerful
J.
families.
Edgar Hoover did.
So, and one of the first things that Lyndon B. Johnson did when he got into office was sign another executive order where it got rid of all that shit. So I'm like,
I think that
CIA.
I think that they came to Johnson and was like, "Listen, this is what's going to fucking happen. You're going to go along with it, or else." They're like, "Or else what?" And then,
Kill you.
hey,
too.
JFK's dead. Lyndon B. Johnson's president now. He's like, "Oh shit."
that's what they meant.
So you're going to sign this. And he was going to do something with Cuba.
They did the Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's what it was. Like that whole thing turned into a fucking cluster.
Because he didn't want, because like JFK didn't want to go to war or something like that. And they're like, nah, bitch, we
He
going.
was gonna, didn't we? I forget, it was something with us putting missiles in Turkey, and I can't remember if we left them there or if we moved them so that they would move out of Cuba. I forget the exact thing. I'd have to look it back up again. But like he was doing the opposite of what everybody wanted him to do. You have a confused look on your face.
Because I've never heard of this one before.
Which one's this?
The Protocols of Elders of Zion. The Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. It's a hoax, and I can't fucking pronounce that word. Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic?
Yeah. Book that purported to reveal a Jewish conspiracy to achieve world domination. It first appeared in Russia in 1905 and described how Christians morality, mortality, finances, and health would be targeted by a small group of powerful Jews. The anti-Semitic idea by there is a Jewish conspiracy is nothing new, of course, and has been repeated by many prominent people, including Henry Ford and Mel Gibson. In 1920, Henry Ford paid to have
So
a
much for the Patriots.
and Henry, I love that movie so much, though. It's my favorite movie of all time. Henry Ford paid to have 500,000 copies of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion published. In the 1930s, the book was used by Nazis as justifications for its genocide against Jews. In fact, Adolf Hitler referred to the Protocols in his book Mein Kampf. The book has been completely discredited as a hoax and forgery. It is still in print and remains widely circulated around the world. I kind of want to read that book.
I want to know the arguments that it makes.
I do too. This one, and I want to. There's another one, the Satanic.
Like, I don't believe that, but I want to know like how this book was written so much to convince an entire country to be like, yeah, that all needs to die.
Kill him. Another one is the Satanic Panic, which I know a lot of people what they think Satanism is not real.
No, it's not.
Like they think it's worshiping the devil. There's some out there that's like that, but the vast majority of us is just going against like conformity.
Yeah, it's like having the freedom to do what you wish. It's not like wishing ill upon everybody. It's just, you know what.
There's another book I want to read that I heard that was called The Devil's Apocryphy.
I've heard of that.
And it has to do with some stuff, but I can't remember.
Some stiffs.
Got it saved on my things. The battle between good and evil began a long time ago, before the birth of humanity. God and Satan fought for the domination of heaven, and as everyone knows, God was triumphant over Satan's evil. The tale has been told 1,000 times.
Thousands of times.
Thousands of years, but it's all a lie. A manuscript has been discovered, written over a century ago by a priest who was visited by the devil himself. A priest who left the church to seek out 3 mad prophets and learn the truth. This is a true story of Satan and God, and it's unlike anything you've read before.
Damn.
Here's a truth from the origin of God, his journey to our universe, and the battle for heaven. Discover why God manipulated the flesh of our race. The reason for his commandmentship, while being one dare to stop.
Some heavy subject matter.
A little bit.
That priest's like, I'm the devil. I'm coming to visit.
Well, I read another book called The Case for the Creator, where someone set out to prove God doesn't. It was an atheist, and he set out to prove God's not real. And over the course of his investigation or whatever like that, he couldn't do it.
No shit.
So now he's like a Christian. There's like 3 books in that series. One's called The Case for the Creator, and I did read that book, and it's like, but chemtrails, yay!
I don't know, man. I can't.
With that,
I have some
No,
problems,
this is the
but
one
I have
before
problems
that.
with religion
I don't think it's.
I don't know, man. It's
because like
too much.
I'm set to hell, so it's like doesn't matter.
We don't know chemtrails.
I just did that because it got like real heavy.
I just don't know.
So I just yelled chemtrails because that's another conspiracy theory. People
Oh, I
have.
thought you were skipping into the next.
Well, it is another conspiracy theory, but I'm sorry, this one was getting a little.
Crop circles.
Aliens are real.
Barack Obama's birthism,
Who cares?
COVID and 5G.
Oh my God.
All of that.
Birds
bullshit.
aren't real.
Fucking.
That one is hilarious.
They don't never seen a baby.
You know which one makes me mad?
What?
Flat Earth.
Yeah.
You know, when I started to look into it, because there's some videos out there that are like, makes you think.
Don't
But-
you agree with it?
No, I don't. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Because you saw the one where they did like the laser and the things, and they tried to put, and they kept.
proved themselves wrong.
I'm like, don't.
There was another one they had purchased, like, I spent tens of thousands of dollars on
You
this,
did?
like, no.
Oh,
like,
I thought he said I spent. I'm like,
I wanted to prove it right. No. They spent like tens of thousands of dollars on this like laser gyroscope that would show like the turn of the Earth to like a quarter of an inch. And they were like, well, if it's this number now and it stays that number, then we're on flat. But if it changes to this, then it's moving at the rate that they say it is. And it was like 10 minutes later, it was where the scientists who say that we rotate on an axis say it would be. They're like, and then that's the end of it. It just cuts out at that point. Like, you just proved yourself.
well, you've seen videos from like pilots and fighter pilots where like they'll take a picture and you see the curvature. I'm like, come on, dog.
No fisheye lens.
Sadly, one of my favorite wrestlers, AJ Styles, apparently he was once a flat earther because Daniel Bryan once said, "You believe the Earth is flat?" He's like, "I don't believe it, but there's something there." And I'm like, "Come on, man."
Well, maybe he's just playing a character. As they
I think
all
now,
do.
I think this is legit because I think he's like kind of like, "Oh, there's something there." I was like, "There's not."
No. It was funny though seeing them lay out a map and just the right way to where, like, if I book a ticket from New York City to fly to France, we have to have a layover in this area, and it makes it a straight line if we're in flat Earth instead of being like north south. Why the hell would it not go
Jesus
straight?
Christ.
Yeah.
I'm looking at something else.
Oh
Sorry.
no, by all means, what is it?
It was, this thing said the 6 weirdest conspiracy theories that were invented this year, but it came out in December of 2021. But y'all remember the Astro World Festival that Travis Scott, like all them people died?
Yep.
Well, it's a conspiracy. Apparently, it's a conspiracy theory that was a blood sacrifice.
Well, that's great.
That
That's wonderful.
What the fuck?
might have been.
False claim to the tragic deaths of 8 attendees of the Travis Scott event at the NRG Park Stadium in Houston, Texas, were part of a blood sacrifice rapidly spread online in the aftermath of the disaster. Proponents of the unfounded theory justify their claims as the stage was styled to resemble the fiery gates of hell, and that the attendees entered the festival through a giant sculpture of Scott's mouth, which was compared to the famous Christ in Limbo painting by some dude that depicted the mouth of hell.
That's creepy as fuck. But I don't think
I mean,
it's
did you
true.
ever
But it's
think,
creepy.
though, like, open up the thought process of, like, what if?
The Illuminati.
Like, what if they really did that, and the whole cover up, everybody just accepts, including us.
There's another conspiracy theory that Keith Richards is JFK.
Wait.
Are you fucking with me?
No, easily one of the most bizarre conspiracy theories this year was that Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards is in fact President John F. Kennedy. Members of, fucking course, QAnon sect in Dallas flooded that easily disprovable claim after they believed JFK Jr. would reveal himself at Delaney Plaza earlier this year. Once the predicted event failed to come true due to JFK Jr. having been dead for decades, QAnon followers said that both JFK and his son would reveal themselves at the Rolling Stones concert at the Dallas Cotton Bowl Stadium. QAnon followers shared photos and posts from inside the stadium and were convinced that Richards, born in Drawford, southeast England in 1943, was in fact the 35th president of the United States. A user of more than 1,000 Telegram subscribers wrote about the concert, "Yeah, it keeps Richards totally a JFK Sr. This whole event is coded for JFK, the arrival."
Why does everybody talk about JFK like he's gonna come back like Jesus?
Humans lived on Mars, but they were later destroyed.
They never
Nuclear
found
war.
JFK Jr.'s body, so that's where they're going with that one. But JFK was...
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the one where we're currently in a simulation? And the reason why we struggle to sleep at night sometimes is because the sleep servers are full, so we have to wait for someone else to log off so we can log in.
It tracks.
I don't believe in the whole simulation thing, but there's sometimes where you'll hear some stuff, you're like, I mean...
Well, that one kind of got me from Doctor Strange.
Because I'll be struggling to sleep every night, so I'm like, I need y'all to start logging off.
Never mind.
What, about the dream? What, the dreams?
The multiverse thing. Well, it's like you're dreaming about your multiverse self. Well,
In that case, your multiverse self be doing some weird shit.
Didn't you see Thanos in your grandmother's clothes or something like that?
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's right.
Was it Thanos in your grandma's
It
clothes?
was somebody. It was... I don't know, man.
I thought it was Thanos.
Shit
It
gets
was
weird.
your
I had a
grandma's
dream
house.
the other day that you were at work trying to talk to somebody in my area, whispering to him, "Come on, let's go. Let's go." Yeah.
I was?
Yeah. I'm like, "Hey, I'm coming," but I couldn't turn the music on my computer off, so I'm getting I'm turning it off, and you're like, "Come on, let's go." I was like, "What are you doing, you rat bastard?"
What did we end up doing?
I don't know. I woke up.
You woke up right then? You never even got to come
He was
on?
too busy with his money. Don't jiggle, jiggle.
And then I had a dream I was being chased in a library by an Amish ghost girl.
That's horrifying.
You didn't tell me.
That's fucking terrifying.
You didn't tell me it was a ghost girl. You just told me it was an Amish girl. I didn't know she was dead.
Yeah, she was all gray and shit. She kept popping up, but I know what the Amish thing came from.
Banshee.
Yeah,
What?
the
Banshee.
show we're watching now has an Amish. It's like a town it's an Amish town. I know what that shit's from.
Ladies.
That weird ass show. Bitches.
Bitches. I love Job so much. Job's like a trans character. He was in. What?
I thought he was just a cross dresser because I read somewhere where he's not trans. He's a cross dresser.
He might be. I can't remember. We're only 4 episodes in. But I love it. He'll be all prissy, but he'll get real hood real fast. He'll be like, "Motherfucker, stop!"
Where's my money?
But he was they were in there, and he was trying to help the main guy Lucas Hood with something, and he's just old bigoted dudes who kept talking shit about, "I bet he can smoke a lot, but you ain't sucked any dicks today," talking shit. So he got annoyed, walked over there and grabbed a plate and smacked the plate against one's head, smacked shit, and put out a butterfly. He's like, any of y'all say anything? He said, you're gonna be sitting down. He said, you're gonna be sitting down to pee for the rest of your life. And he was talking shit, and he said, don't move. And he went back to his area, and he finished working. And then the lady was on the phone calling the cops. He was like, really, lady? He said, we gotta stick together.
Narking on us.
Narking on the sister is what he said. And as he was getting ready, as he was leaving, he walked out the door. He looked at the women. He was like, ladies, and he looked at the guys, and he was like, bitches, and then walked out.
That's funny.
He's hilarious.
That's terrifying.
You get used to it.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's a ghost or something.
You serious?
That's what I
It
assume.
sounds like nails on a table.
Hmm.
That sounds like nails on the table.
It does. You can stop now.
If it stopped, I was gonna fucking snap.
Hey, stop. Don't backtalk me.
Does that really happen?
You
Sometimes?
now you being
That's
spiteful.
the first time I've heard that. noise.
Yeah, I've been here thousands of times and I've never once heard that. Same time?
No, it just happens at different times. Sometimes it'll be happening. I'm sitting here like 3 a.m. in the morning, just doing my mind and my business. And
I wonder if somebody's shower is leaking in onto your wall then.
I have no idea.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me. Holy shit.
Thank you.
My daughter overflowed the bathtub.
What if I said thank you and you heard
I left.
It's like,
Grab my shit and get out of here.
But she overflowed the bathtub, and it goes into like that, that safety drain that's like right underneath the faucet. So if the water gets too far, it doesn't. Well, apparently it's not fucking connected to any pipes, and it started leaking down into the vent into our downstairs bathroom and dripping into the toilet. So all we heard, myself and my wife were sitting there, and you just hear drip, drip, drip. Drip, 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 and it is just that like stream sound. We're like, what the hell is that? Jump up and we just see water coming from the vent, dripping straight down into our bathroom. Fucking idiot.
overflowed the sink or the
No,
bathtub?
The bathtub. I was like, what the hell are you doing? I'm playing. I'm like, God damn it. Shut that shit off. It's a bath. Fuck you. And then I leave.
She was leaving. She was leaving the faucet running while she was taking a bath.
No, she had it like all the way up to that point and then was like playing in the water.
Sloshing
So
up.
then it was like sloshing up into where the
I'm like,
drain was
don't you know
supposed
you
to
don't let the water get that high because when you get in it, it rises. Don't you know how buoyancy works?
be. Displacement.
You tutelage.
Mothman.
Yeah,
Anybody?
I believe in it.
Oh,
Holy moth
Netflix put out a new thing I want to watch.
on.
Oh,
I've never heard of that conspiracy.
it's crazy. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch.
2016,
Oh,
I purchased Skinwalker Ranch and assembled our team to carry this investigation forward into the next.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that shit. I wanted to watch the new.
It worked.
I wanted to watch the new Resident Evil TV show on Netflix, but I heard it was trash.
Really?
I heard a bunch of people say
I've not heard one good thing about it.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, they just can't get it right.
I'm just ready for The Witcher season 3.
I still gotta watch Stranger Things.
Me too. Tim was disappointed in me. He
Okay.
mentioned it because he's
Really?
got he's got it for Magic. They have a Stranger Things deck, and he's like he said I got my Stranger Things deck. They have a Street Fighter deck. He said he pre-ordered like 6 months ago. He just got it in. So he was showing me. He was like my Street Fighter deck, and he was at a Stranger Things deck. I'm like, I have not. I've seen like maybe 2 episodes of season 1 of Stranger Things. He was like, what is
Wait, that's
wrong
all
with
you've
you?
seen all together?
Yeah. He's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, well, I watched it when it first came out. But then I started watching something else. Because I was like,
It's been years.
here's the thing, I'll binge a show and I'll get caught up like Ozarks. Like, I'll binge all the seasons it's out. But then they release, it takes sometimes for a year for them to release a new season. And by then I just never go back and finish watching it. Like season 3, like I've only seen 2 seasons of Ozark and they've got like 5 out. 4. And like I went to go watch season 3, and before the episode played, they did like a recap. I didn't remember any of that shit because it had been so long.
I just finished Ozark.
But as someone else at this table knows, me and finishing shows, we were not the best of friends.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
I have a history of not finishing TV shows.
One thing about you.
You ain't gonna finish.
Like Sopranos, I've been on Sopranos for a year. I'm still
But you
on.
watch too much
Sorry,
in the beginning.
sorry. I'm on season 5, episode 9.
Because you watch too much in the beginning, then you
I
got
did.
all Sopranoed out.
I'll binge like I was watching like on my off days. I was watching like 10 episodes a day, and then I'll get bored with it. And tired
burn
of
yourself
it.
out.
To where I'm like, to the point that we're there for the longest time. Even the thought of watching an episode of Sopranos, I was like,
Yeah.
I love that show.
because let me read
I've
you.
never seen even an episode.
Because I'll read you. Where's my list right
I
here?
don't know. I'm stuck in anime all the time now.
These are the TV shows I've started but not finished: Sopranos, You, Truth Be Told, See, Billions, Ozark, Peaky Blinders, Boardwalk Empire, Ballers, Westworld, Prodigal Son, SEAL Team, The Originals, Supernatural, Good Doctor, Blacklist, and there's more.
Blacklist is good.
There's more I just haven't added. Like I got a bad thing of starting shows but not finishing.
Yeah.
The Originals I actually finished. I take that back.
We do this. Like, we'll start watching a series and then burn ourselves out like that, like 3 seasons into 10. And we'll be like, let's watch a couple episodes of this. And then you get stuck in that one for 10 seasons. And you're just like, oh.
Or I'll go back to a show like I've already finished.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll go back and rewatch. I'll go back and start rewatching Burn Notice
Oh, that was a good series.
or Walker Texas Ranger.
House.
House is good.
I've never watched House.
No?
I've never I've watched like a few. Like I've watched like a season or two, but I've never finished like the whole show. So I've been watching that.
You just started a new show. Well, damn, man.
Sopranos is just it's gotten to a point where I don't think it's good anymore.
I love it.
Like the acting is good, but the storyline, I'm like, I'm like,
See, that's what happened to us whenever we started watching Supernatural the first time. We got like 6 seasons in, and we're like, all right, they did this, and all right, so what's left? And then they had like 2 episodes that were just complete bores. Like there was just that hard dip in between. And we're like, yep, fuck this. We never went back until last month, before that. Decided to start it over, and we're like, all right, there's 15, 16 seasons of that now. It's like, all right, we're gonna power through where we were, get past it, get through that season, and get on to something, because something has to be good for them to have this many seasons.
it was like
What was that?
that was like Breaking Bad. The first time I watched Breaking Bad, I watched the first episode. I'm like, yeah, no, cut off 30.
Same.
I cut it off 30 minutes in. I'm like, I ain't doing this shit. And then when it finally finished, everyone talked about how good it was. I was like, fine. So I forced myself to watch it, and then it gets good.
Yes.
Like there's some shows you just got to get past that hump, and you're like, all right.
But it's so hard, and especially modern day with it, we have so many options to be just.
That's
like
like
all
my
right, power
mom.
through this.
My mom would be like, there's nothing on TV. I don't know what to watch. I'm like, all the streaming services I paid for that you have access to, you mean to tell me you can't find something?
There's always something. That you can
Like, she's like, well, Netflix. I'm like, bitch, I got Netflix. I got Hulu. I got Paramount. I got Showtime. We got options, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, she powered through Stranger Things in less than a week, the entire series that's out currently. I'm like, what? And Tim was talking about how good the new season was. He said each episode's like a movie length. He said it's fucking fantastic.
I still gotta watch.
And then on
this.
his PTO, he was telling me that he binged through the entire series of Peaky Blinders.
No shit.
He's like, it's so good. I'm like, I know, but I ain't finished it. Because, like I said, I watched it up to the point where that's all they had out. And they'll release new episodes. I still won't go back. Like you, I still haven't seen the newest season. I just haven't got to it. I finished Lucifer when Lucifer came out.
I think we stopped. Shit.
Because once Netflix takes over Lucifer,
We haven't seen this latest season.
because when Netflix took over Lucifer, like the last 2 seasons,
Yeah.
and they're significantly better. Like you could tell the budget's higher.
Oh yeah.
The special effects is better.
It was a good series though, at least as far as I had seen. I enjoyed it.
So what was the last thing you saw?
The newest 2 seasons that they had come out with, we haven't seen yet.
Oh,
We stopped.
Oh yeah, there's a lot you don't know.
Yeah. I think it was like she finally found out that he was who he was,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Oh yeah, there's a lot that happens.
whenever he came back, like I think I saw like an episode or something like that. Whenever he came back from hell, and that's about as far as I got.
It's so good. Blacklist, because I haven't finished Blacklist.
is a neat show.
I've
I like
caught
it.
up. I love James Spader.
He's such a good actor.
Like that scene where he's in there with what's the dude's name? Rustler. In like the first season when he's bleeding out.
Oh yeah, they're in the like
The
cage thing
box.
together. Yeah.
And he's just talking about like how he's not doesn't die because he wants to feel like the warmth of a woman in the cool sheets. He can just like that acting in that scene was just chef's kiss. And there's a piece where like Russell's like, you're doing this because you want our intelligence, and he's like, I'm perfectly content with my own intelligence. I don't need yours.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing you can tell me that I don't already know.
But I was watching another show another show. I think it was another show where, because in The Blacklist he gets called the concierge of crime.
Mm-hmm.
It was either another show or they were talking about someone else in that show where they called it like he's like the concierge of crime. I'm like, no, he's not. Raymond Reddington is.
It's Reddington.
But yeah, good shows.
Very, very good shows.
The Good Doctor was pretty good
Never
from what
watched
I've
that.
seen. It's an
I've
interesting
seen
premise.
clips.
But I'm just ready for The Witcher to come out. Season 3. I'm ready for Season 3 of Jack Ryan to come out. It's been like 4 years. Not
Yeah,
really,
never
but
watched that.
it's been a while. It's good.
I need to go through. I need to start watching the James Bond movies. I still have not seen a single one. Not a one.
I own all of the Daniel Craig ones.
And I own all of them, period.
I need to see all the James Bond movies. I need to see the Mission Impossible movies. Yeah, I've never seen any of those either.
Oh, God.
Let
Heart attack.
me see, what's some other significant series of movies that I haven't seen?
Tim hurt me a little bit the other day.
How so?
He'd never seen The Hobbit.
Hey, what?
He's not a Lord of the Rings fan. He says he's never seen The Hobbits or anything.
What a sad life he leads.
That's what I'm saying. It's so tragic. I was like, "You seen The Hobbit?" He's like, "Yeah, no." He's like, "No, I ain't seen any of them."
Magic, but he doesn't.
He's like, "I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan." He's like, "I've seen all the originals, but that's it." I'm like,
Makes me sad.
"You
'Cause I
bastard."
thought he was.
You
I
talking
thought he
about
was
you
a
haven't
nerd
seen the
nerd.
extended?
Cause I'm like Smaug.
Every time I watch the extended editions, I find something else new.
Smaug
That
is significantly younger than Legolas.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he's only like 340 years old, and Legolas is like fucking almost 3,000 apparently.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Just fucking excellent.
Yes.
My winds are hurricanes. My breath is
Like, imagine being that good of an actor to where you could be in a green screen suit with tennis balls wrapped around you and pretending to be a dragon and convince me that you're a dragon.
Because have you seen the video where he's
He's
crawling?
doing the whole thing like on the ground, like flailing around.
I know people
and-
are talking about, and you struggle with confidence issues, and you have him over here
Yeah.
wearing a unitard with tennis balls, and he's fully convinced he's a dragon.
Yeah,
And he did a great job of it.
he did.
He's
I
also the
believed
voice of Saruman.
it. He is.
Sauron.
I don't like the way that they're portraying in like the Rings of Power, the Amazon series. I don't like the way they're portraying some of the way the elves look.
Well,
Because like the one dude that's posted that turns into, I don't like the way they got him looking. Because like elves are supposed to be like
not all.
gorgeous though. I've
mean-
never read about an ugly elf.
No, but if it's the lore is followed, then like the elves eventually are corrupted and turned into the orcs.
J.R. Tolkien, like, this elf was a butterface.
Necromancer.
Yeah.
And
'Cause-
Radagast is a fool.
He's
He just-
eating mushrooms.
He does prefer the company of animals. But you know what?
He did.
If he had to deal with your bitch ass, I could see why.
Radagast the Brown.
I think it's funny as hell that Radagast is on shrooms. Fucking Gandalf is a stoner. I want to know about the blue wizards though.
Someone said, wouldn't it be funny if, like, they made where Gandalf was actually the most powerful, but he just never knows it because he never uses it? I mean, that would be kind of funny.
Gandalf the White.
I have been reborn. Gandalf, do you have...
You have no power here, Gandalf.
I do, though.
That bitch, hold my coat.
That was destroyed. It has been reforged.
It has been remade.
Dun, 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 dun,
I think it was remade.
I think it's
dun,
reforged.
dun. Which one? The sword?
Yeah.
So now,
Reforged.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No,
It's remade.
it's reforged.
I want to look it up.
How dare you?
right now.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Now I'm
It has-
I am fairly confident that that's
It
what it
has
is.
been reforged.
I've been wrong before, but I'm feeling confident today. Click, I'm feeling lucky. Let's get with that one on.
You think
Google.
confidence is
You
your
know,
ally?
What the hell was that?
You might be right. You might be right.
Damn.
might be right.
It was made by those who are dead.
Clang.
Dead. Keep it.
It's been remade. Yep.
The line was broken. It has been remade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the movies. What does it say in the book?
Oh, okay. Here. What does it say in the book? Now I want to know. That line was broken. This has been remade.
Now that you say it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Reforged makes sense too.
Reforged sounds so much cooler.
But he's not talking about the sword, though. He says that line was broken.
Yeah.
Like the line of kings.
The sword
Yes.
it slayed a lot of orcs.
You did. What was the name of that big sword that Thorin had? It's like the Goblin Cleaver or something like that.
Damn, I'm not sure, but that sounds cool.
Thorin's
The Goblin
sword,
Cleaver.
was it?
Yep.
The Goblin Cleaver. Green Goblin's like, who are you cleaving?
Come on, Spider-Man.
Parker.
Some people think that he says the remade is referring to the fact that he decides to identify as the king. But my thing is, there's a differences between the book and the movie. Because in the movie, it makes it seem like it's a burden, like he doesn't want it.
He doesn't want.
But
that
in
movie.
the book, he wants it. He's just waiting for the right time.
Well, I mean, the book is the original idea. So I mean,
It has
maybe
been
it was
remade. I like Reforged better.
Maybe it just makes him seem a little bit more likable in the movies. That he was like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not that person. But then in the books, you take him as a like, oh, I fucking know. You just wait. It's coming.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. I love the Lord of the Rings so much.
Lord of the Sith.
I will, because like I'll watch, like around like on my days off sometimes when I'm bored, I will start with number 1, Fellowship of the Ring extended editions and watch them back to back to
I
back.
usually end up cleaning the house to those movies for some reason because I already know most of the shit that's going on, so I can hear it and see it in my head.
Because there's some things it's like there's some like movies like I'll hear about it's like 3.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm like, I ain't trying to sit through a 3-hour movie. But like that like the 4 hours, I'll sit there the whole time and it keeps my interest the entire time. I love those movies so much. That's my favorite. Lord of the Rings is my favorite TV movie series, followed by Taken. That's a
Yeah, I
joke.
was gonna say
That's a joke.
those movies.
Lord of the Rings series, and then probably John Wick
John Wick's good.
I love John Wick.
You still haven't watched Harry Potter though.
or the Fast and Furious. Oh my god!
Oh my god, race cars and girls and family. Yay.
7 more movies.
Actually, you know what? It's John Wick's third.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so first is Lord of the Rings. Second is.
Blade.
How do you feel about the third one?
I don't like it.
Here's the thing.
Oh shit.
Will I watch it and be enjoyed? Yes. Is it the best one? No. Do I think it's as shitty as everyone says? No.
I can agree with that.
I think it's better than all the shit it gets, but it's still not great.
No, it's not a movie to end the trilogy.
Like I'll usually don't watch I have them, but typically I'll watch the first 2.
yeah,
and
You kinda
typically
stop
just-
after the second one, you're just like,
To me,
But that's also because I am a huge Wesley Snipes fan. Like there's also this thing
I wish they would have brought him back as Blade.
where that's what I'm saying, he's my Blade. Like there was a thing going around talking about who would win in a fight, Blade or Captain America. I'm like, Blade's whooping Captain America's ass all day long.
I don't know.
All day.
I don't know to the extremes that Blade's abilities are. Like, I don't know all of his powers. Like, I know from what I've seen, he's just, he has all the power of a vampire. What if he, oh my gosh. They're gonna put him in the Morbius movie.
Morbus.
Morbus. It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. Bat. Tyrannosaurus.
It's so good. I love.
Anybody else have a crush on one of the Power Rangers never growing up? Pink Ranger? Yeah. No?
Blade
You
whooped
didn't-
Captain America's ass though.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
All day.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
Just better. He's a better fighter. More skilled. This motherfucker's fighting people like fucking Dracula and shit. And that weird way where the mouth says, you think, like,
Yeah, but-
superpowers, you think Captain America got shit on
Captain
that?
America's fighting people like that.
Yeah, but no.
You-
Like
yeah,
some
but-
like that one where I can't remember the dude's name, where his mouth opens, like his jaw breaks.
Jericho
Oh, where it
Novak.
like splits at the bottom.
Like he's fighting that thing, and where he's getting thrown into the ground so hard, he's going deep into a crevice. Captain America ain't even got tossed like that. If he does, he's staying in that crevice. He ain't getting back up.
Yeah, no, that's not true. But we'll go with that.
He's faster than
don't
Captain.
even wanna argue
He's
with
faster
that.
than Captain America.
No, because I know he does.
He's
we've had this
stronger.
before. We've
He's
had this conversation.
Bigger,
thousands of
better,
times
faster,
before.
stronger.
He's not bigger.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not though.
yeah. He'd fuck Captain America up
Not at all.
all day.
Blade would have to have drank like a full setup of human blood, and it'd be a
What if they're
Good
fighting
day
and he
out.
sucks Captain America's blood?
Captain America ain't gonna let him get that close.
No, I
Captain
don't
America
think
ain't gonna
he's-
have a choice. He gonna get fucked
No,
up.
because he's gonna kick him. All he's gonna do is eat him in a kick. When Blade
He'll
was
eat
like-
that kick all day long.
Yeah, he ate it, and now he's going into a crevice.
No, he's not. He's gonna come back. He's gonna start. Cause Captain America ain't putting someone in a crevice like that dude was.
Yeah, he will.
Captain America's not that strong.
Okay.
You can get
You
his,
have your
you can
opinion.
get his ass whooped.
America knock out his fangs.
No, he won't.
Yeah. Fucking kissing.
But another biggest reason I will always pick Blade, strictly because,
Wesley Snipes.
yeah, like I'm biased as fuck.
A little bit.
All right, Wesley Snipes versus Chris Evans. Wesley Snipes whooping Chris Evans' ass all day
Right
long.
now he's not.
Wesley Snipes is legit. Like he has legit multiple black belts and everything. He's whooping. Chris Evans can't fight in real life.
You don't know that.
Well, he's not trained.
You don't know that.
He's not there. He is not trained to the extent.
You don't
to
know
the
that.
extent Wesley
You
Snipes
do
is.
not know
Yes,
that.
you
Just
do.
Because he hasn't blatantly went somewhere and said, "I'm trained."
He's
Doesn't
not.
mean
Wesley
he
Snipes would
doesn't
whoop
do it.
his ass.
I doubt it right now.
Yeah. Why you say right now?
I don't think he will.
Why? Why right now?
Because he looks rough.
He still beat that ass.
He ain't beat nobody's
He'd
ass.
beat all three of our ass at the same time.
Probably. Ding 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 ding. And
Hello.
Who has just became part of the show?
On the podcast. Yeah, but we're wrapping it up because Alex has got to go to work. Hey everybody, this my mother called me. So yeah. So this has been another episode of the One Thing About Us podcast. I'm Justin.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Eric.
Stay sexy.
Stay classy.
And keep laughing.
Hi.